Hello, hello, buenas noches. Buitiguño, what the hell you doing? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm gonna wait till everything, well, till we start populating. Karima, how you doing? Dion, what's going on? Bronx boy. Meli Norales, saludos Meli, what the hell? Buenas noches. Good night to you too, Karima. How's everything in Las Vegas? I know you guys have like a food truck, a Belizean food truck over there. I gotta come over there and try some of that food. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Feeling good. I'm excited about tonight's discussion. Aneli Baltasar, buenas noches. Buitiguño. Oh, it's cold in Vegas? Really? Wow, that's not common. Joel Parada, saludo caballero. Buenas noches. So I'm excited about tonight's. Valeska Bernardes, Buitiguño. Saludos. Bessie Sosa, buenas noches. Buitiguño. Ubiye wadume batuma Greigita Sambola. Aba umado ya que Nicaragua again. Jorge Chavez, Nibu, Namule. Yete katombra. Rudy Charles, Sac Passe. What's going on, bro? Ray Martindale, how you doing? What's going on, heck? Chris, what's up, brother? What's up with Ecstasy, man? I don't know if I seen the flyer for Pororo, but I wanted to go. If it didn't happen, let me know. Caroline Harry, saludos. Buitiguño, either here. Good evening. So tonight, we're going to have a conversation with Greigita Sambola. I'm really excited about this because there's a lot of things. We don't hear too much about Nicaragua. We do not hear too much about Nicaragua for some reason. And I know why, but I want into Greigita as she talks about her place. Caroline, where are you from, brother? What part of the diaspora are you from? Why is this not staying still? Okay, there we go. África, viva México. Saludos a mi gente de Oaxaca, Tamalupias, Nuevo Laredo. Saludos a mi gente de Yanga. Saludos a los Laborieles. A Chespirito. Okay, what part of St. Vincent, Caroline? Because your name, Harry, we still have that in the community. Ogaldes, Ena, Iduhe, Idahin. Kahengo Bay, Sugobi again. Lute na dumea Garifuna. Garifuna vete na dumea homadogu. Caroline, I'm not sure if you understand the magnitude of your last name, but your last name is common in Honduras. I have a lot of Harrys in Honduras. Being you're from St. Vincent, it has to be the same family. Melissa Nito, Idahin. Oh, Georgetown. Okay. Okay. I had Brother Roger Mentalist yesterday. He was giving us some information in regards to St. Vincent and the different parts of the country where you find Garinagu. I'm taking a look at that picture right now, Heck. Well, I got to confirm that. With Yereso. But it looks good, though. Good looking on that. I like the design. It looks fly. Yeah, I got to confirm. I'm waiting on the girl. she has to get back to me because I really want it for a Saturday. I don't want it on a Saturday 12 to 4. I don't want it on a Friday 12 to 4 because we party on Saturdays. That's the better date for us. Sunkate lida anda haguchi. Jesus, te dumia Melissa Garifuna. Ah. Italian sapadumia Garifuna Melissa. Prima Eva. How you doing, Prima? I was looking at your pictures, Eva. I know you're about to give birth. Ni me invitaste para baby shower. Jesús, ¿cómo hacen la gente cuando llega a los Estados Unidos? Y aguán están bien, pero cuando llega aquí se olvida de uno. Melissa, your restaurant, we have to talk about your restaurant. I need to give you a call. Shouts out to Melissa. Prima Eva, ¿y mi tía? Doña Hermes, ¿cómo está usted? Mucho gusto. Buitiguño, saludos. All right, so we're going to bring Greigita on. Brother Joseph, ide bien bra, sukate ili da. All right, so I know I just seen her. Hey, Tony. Let me bring Greigita on. Yeah, so we have, I don't know if you guys caught the live stream yesterday with Roger Mentalist, but I was explaining how many Garifuna communities we have in Central America. There's a total of 81, 5 in Orinoco area. There's 5 Garifuna communities there. Well, I have to verify that. We're going to let Greigita verify that number. 50 plus in Honduras, 2 in Guatemala, and 10 in Belize. So I just waiting for Greigita to accept the invite that I just sent her, and then we'll be on our way. Greigita, you should have seen this request. Just gonna inbox Greigita. Hey Judith, how you doing? Good evening, Buitiguño. Daniel Martínez, saludo hermano. Buenas noches. So we're just gonna wait for Greigita to accept the invite that I just sent her. But yeah, we have 81 communities, Garifuna communities in Central America. Arnulfo, Mangle, este acá tombra. Okay, so we're about to bring Greigita on. Greigita, am I saying your name right? Am I saying your name right?
Griega.
Griega.
Griega, that's my name. Griega.
Ferudo Nabana, Tiamafara Bana, Ferudo Nabana. You know what I just said? Did you
No,
understand
you
what
want
I
to
just said?
translate it for me?
I just said sorry.
No, you want to translate it for me?
I said I'm sorry. Don't hit me.
It's
Greigita,
okay.
welcome to the show. Is Pierre? Bonsoir. Yeah, that's French, Melissa. I know French. You know that I love languages. I usually talk to the guys that's viewing Grega. Did I say it right?
Yes,
Okay.
you said it right.
Grega, I'm dying to go to
Yes,
Nicaragua,
Duval,
right?
tell me.
I'm dying to go to Nicaragua. I want to go. Um, do you feel comfortable talking
Okay.
in Spanish or in English?
In English. Buenas
In
noches.
English?
In English.
¿Por qué no en español?
Yeah. Porque no puedo hablar bien el español.
No, that's not true, Melissa. I don't pick on you. You pick on me. So, Grega, if I'm flying to Nicaragua, which airport would I go to in order to get to Orinoco? And just tell me the traveling, because I know you had described it before, but I want everybody else that's viewing to see or to hear.
Okay.
I know that Managua is the capital.
So if you're traveling,
Right, go ahead.
yes.
Go ahead.
If you're traveling to Nicaragua, first stop is
Okay, Gregor, you're breaking up for some reason. You're breaking up for some reason.
there's two ways to the Caribbean coast. You fly from New York, and I don't know what's going to be your stop, but you stop to Managua first. If you want to go by plane to Bluefields, there is an option to do that. Go by road, there is another option to do that. It's going to be longer if you ride. So if you go by plane,
Gregor, you have to you have you have to repeat that because the connection is not good. It's not it's not seamless.
hold on.
You're breaking in and out for some reason. You have to repeat what you just said.
How about now?
Okay,
Is it
now
better
that's
now?
better. Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, so I was saying the first stop would be to Managua here in the capital.
Right.
And then if you want to continue taking the airplane, you will need to take another flight to Bluefields. And from Bluefields, the only way to reach to the Garifuna communities would be by speedboat.
Okay.
And it would take you like an hour and 55 minutes to get on in the Pearl Lagoon Basin. If you want to go by road, from Managua, you're going to go to Rama.
Rama,
That's the next port.
that's an indigenous community, right? Rama.
Yes.
Okay.
It is an indigenous community.
Okay, and now how close
and
is
it's going to take you on the bus from Managua to Rama is 6 hours by road. 6 hours by road. Then you're gonna wait until morning, until daylight, because you're gonna reach at like 3:30 in the morning. So you're gonna wait until 6 a.m. so you can take another speedboat and go to Bluefields. If you want to continue to ride by road, then there is a next route from Rama to Pearl Lagoon by road. Normally we take the speedboat. If we want to go to Bluefields by Panga, and then we go up to Orinoco.
What is Panga?
Here in Nicaragua, we have well, Bluefields would be the first stop after Managua. Then you take the speedboat up to Pearl Lagoon. Then you go to Brongbank. That's another Garifuna community. From Brongbank, you move on to Lafe, St. Vincent, Orinoco, and Marshall Point.
Okay.
So those are the Garifuna communities, and every one of them is by speedboat.
Okay, so wait. So there's five, a total, for what I understand, there's a total of 5 Garifuna communities in Orinoco.
I mean, in Nicaragua it would be.
Okay, Nicaragua. Now, how close together are they? I know you mentioned La Fe and St. Vincent.
Yes. Bluefields would be the farthest community. I mean, the farthest city. The other ones are nearby because Bluefield is not a Garifuna community, but it is considered one now because the amount of population, the amount of Garifuna that migrate from the Garifuna communities to Bluefields, you know? So that is why we consider Bluefield as a Garifuna community now.
Right.
But originally you have Orinoco, La Fe, Brown Bank, St. Vincent, and Marshall Point.
Okay.
And they're nearby. So less than 30 minutes, you're like, you can reach to the other point.
You said Brown Bank or Burbank?
Brown Bank, like the color brown.
Right.
Bank.
Okay, so it's La Fe, St. Vincent, Orinoco, Marshall Point, and Brown Bank, the Garifuna communities.
That is correct.
Now, they're around...
And well, now we include Bluefields.
Okay. Now, from what I understand, they're next to Pearl Lagoon.
Yes, they're within the Pearl Lagoon basin.
Okay. So you need a boat or a speedboat to commute from one commuter to the other.
A speedboat.
A speedboat.
Exactly.
Okay.
A speedboat. Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you, I met Francisco Campbell back in 2012 at the consulate in Washington, D.C. And he gave me the story of Andy Palacio going to Orinoco and teaching the Garifuna language there back in the 80s when he was still a teacher at Belize. And one other thing about the consulate in Washington, D.C., that was the first time I seen Garifuna images. Because if you go to the consulate, I don't know about the one that they have in over here in New York, but I don't see no images of Garifuna pictures or, you know, of us and our culture. I seen that at the Nicaraguan consulate. That just blew me away. Like, there was a picture of a lady making cassave. And there was another picture of us. It was like a setting where we was dancing. But that struck a chord with me because I was that just opened up my curiosity to Nicaragua. Francisco Campbell, Francisco Campbell told me that Andy Palacio was amazed that when he was speaking Garifuna, an old man in Orinoco said, "I thought I would never hear my language again." So, how many people in Orinoco still speak the Garifuna language? Like, which community you would say still speak the language?
Well, to be honest with you, right now that is something that we are working on, the revitalization process.
Right. Because
here in Nicaragua, only few people speak Garifuna. In the other communities, we do not have anybody who speaks Garifuna language. In Orinoco, we have maybe 4 to 5 people. And
out of 4 or 5
they're older people, like really old people. Yeah, wow. They're really old people. And right now we're giving the Garifuna class. So things is getting much more better than before. We have a Garifuna teacher. She was in Honduras for some times. And well, now she's our original Garifuna teacher in Orinoco. So out of all these communities, the only Garifuna community right now that is teaching the language is Orinoco. And there's only one teacher to cover all the students, and mainly in primary school. The older ones, they speak, but you know, they're getting like really old. Right. My brother, he does speak Garifuna likewise, my older brother. Yeah, so it's mainly like maybe 6 in general. Other people just know phrases, you know, phrases are different words, but fluently speaking the language, no.
Do they speak English, the Creole?
English and Creole. English and Creole. Spanish likewise. Again, in the Garifuna communities, Spanish is not our first language. So we speak Spanish if we have to speak Spanish, you know. And the people or the students who move to Bluefields, well, they learn a lot of Spanish. But in the small communities, we do not speak Spanish because there is no need to, you know. There is no need to. So we speak English and Creole. And well, the younger children now, they're learning to speak Garifuna.
They're learning to speak Garifuna.
We have a little girl, she's, yeah, we have a little girl who is really fluent. She is fluent in Garifuna right now. She was in Honduras. We had this thing called the Pasantia,
right,
where we send over some students for, and she's like very fluent in Garifuna. So she's helping likewise with the Garifuna teacher in Orinoco. But the other communities, no Garifuna teacher over there.
Okay, so I have a couple of, there's some people that are chiming in. What's up, Big Kev? Kevin Ramirez Greigita, he's a producer from the Garifuna community out of New York. I think you may have heard some of his music before in the past. I'll share with you.
Hagucho.
Kevin
Ramirez.
Yes, Hagucho Records. Shouts out to Hagucho Records. So, let me read. There was a comment by our friend Melissa. Talk to us about the Creole population in Nicaragua. Are they only located in Bluefields? And because I know there's islands off the coast of Nicaragua in which there are English-speaking people, right?
Yeah, mainly we would say Creole. We have Bluefields, considered a Creole community.
Right.
It's multilingual because now it's so big and people from all over come to Bluefields. We have Pearl Lagoon, considered a Creole community. It would be Marshall Point. Likewise, we have a big mass of Creole people in Marshall Point.
Okay.
Where else? Let's see. Setnet Point. Well, it's Creole and Mosquito. You see here on the Caribbean coast, we have different ethnicity. We have different ethnicity that speak their own language. So we got the Mosquito people here. We have on the Caribbean coast, we have the Mosquito, we have Mestizo that speak the Spanish language, supposedly. We have Creole that have their roots from Jamaica. And we have Rama. Rama is another ethnic group. We have Olua.
Olua.
And Garifuna, yes, that's another completely different language. It sounds far different. Don't ask me how to say anything because I don't know.
Okay.
We have the Garifuna ethnic group likewise.
Right.
So it's a multilingual area here in Nicaragua. Here on the Pacific coast is just mainly the Mestizo people them. The Mosquito is not considered Garifuna. They're a different ethnic group apart from the Garifuna people.
Yeah, they're
so the Creole is different likewise, yeah. The Creole is a different ethnic group.
Now the Creole originated, now these were English-speaking people. I mean, these were people that were, how did the Creole get to Nicaragua? Do you know that history?
Well, the Caribbean coast, you see Nicaragua, it was colonized by two different groups. The Spanish people that colonized the Pacific, and then the British colonized the Caribbean coast.
Okay.
So there is where the English and the Creole come in. Yeah. So it's, first it was two separate countries, and now it's, well, just one country, Nicaragua, but it's completely different. So the culture here in the Pacific is far different from the one on the Caribbean coast.
So there's a Fabricio, saludos, Fabricio. How many of the groups are considered black besides the Garifuna in Nicaragua?
Creole, only two, Creole and Garifuna.
So Mosquito are not considered black? They don't consider themselves black?
No. No. They're not black.
Because as per my research, they were, there's always a slave ship involved when they talk about our history. Off the coast of Nicaragua, full of slaves in 1635. Is that the same history that they're teaching over there in Nicaragua in regards to the mosquito people? Because we have mosquito people in Honduras too. Are they the same people?
No. The shipwreck story, well, according to what we know, it's related to the Garifuna people, the shipwreck,
Okay.
not with the mosquito. I don't know much history about the mosquito, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, but when we talk about the shipwreck, well, what I know is about the Garifuna people.
So if I want to go to Nicaragua, when is a good time to go so I could see all these cultures? What is a good time of the year to go?
The month of May, it's a big month.
Right.
For the Creole mainly. They have the Mayoya, the Maypole.
Maypole.
Is a big carnival. They celebrate that in Bluefields. Yeah, the Maypole. They celebrate that in Bluefields, a big festival. It's huge. A lot of people reach over there. That's in the month of May.
Okay.
In the month of, in the month of August, it's another big festival in Kern Island. Kern Island and Little Island, those are the two islands here on the Caribbean coast. We call it the crab soup celebration, Emancipation Day from slavery. So they have a big festival likewise in Kern Island in the month of August. Well, the month of the parade, the independence for Nicaragua, so that's the next big event.
What month is that again?
They do a parade.
In September.
And that's in the month of September.
Okay. September 15th.
Yeah, October is the Black month for the Black people. Afrodescendiente.
Okay. Yeah, this is
November. Yeah, that's October. November is where we celebrate our Garifuna event.
Right. What date specifically?
From November 1st. Well, the 19th, is the main date. But from the 1st, we hoist the flag to all the houses and to the school and all that. We do sport activities, workshop with the youth. Sometimes we have visiting friends from Honduras come over and give spirituality workshop. We normally have a band come over from Honduras. Well, these 2 consecutive years, we have Black Men Soul. They came over to perform.
Right.
This year, likewise, we had a group from Cuba. So we had the ambassador from Cuba with a group of 12 ladies who came to do the drumming. They do perform drumming and dancing. And we had students from Mexico. We have people from all over come for this month of November. So that's the month we Garifuna people celebrate. Those are the main. And well, April, normally that's Semana Santa,
right.
Easter season.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
April, so.
And is there something special that goes around that happens in Semana Santa? Like everybody goes to Corn Island and all the little islands and just hang out.
A lot of people move to Kern Island. Yeah, vacation time. So families move over to Kern Island. It's for that season, Kern Island get really, really packed. Really packed.
Okay.
I spent my Easter over there this year, and it was really packed. So people go over because they have a nice beach and nice hotels over there and all that. So people move over to Kern Island, and it's a wonderful experience to go over there too. It's really nice. White sand and blue water and really nice over there.
What's the exchange rate in Nicaragua in comparison to the dollar?
Right now the dollar it's For $1, it's 30 Cordovas, 30.35. 30 Cordova with 35 cents. That's the exchange rate right now here in Nicaragua.
Okay. Is everything put comparable to the dollar? Like in Honduras?
Not really.
So it's really comfortable. 30 Cordovas or $1 will take you a long way. Like you can have a full meal, full course meal and stuff like that, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, a full course meal here in Managua, it's expensive because, well, you can't get much with 30 Cordova or with $1 because here in Managua, the Caribbean coast food is really expensive because it's not really easy to get. So when you get it here, the price is really high. Okay. So if I want to go buy, maybe I get 6 grain of shrimps to a supermarket for 100 and something Cordovas. That's like $3 and something cent. There on the coast, I could get a pound of shrimps, 1 full pound with 80 Cordovas. That's like what? Like $2 and a half.
2050.
1 whole full pound. Big shrimps. Yeah, big shrimps.
Okay, so
and yes, it is safe over, and the Caribbean coast is safe. It's really, really safe over there. People are friendly, open, normal, nice, community style, you know.
Yeah, I don't hear much in regards to any news coming from Nicaragua, and you don't have the same migration percentages like in Honduras and Guatemala and Belize. Is there a particular reason why, or is it just, the standard of living in Nicaragua is like so good? I mean, can you tell us like how is life in Nicaragua?
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, him too.
What a question, eh? Well, life is good as long life is good as long as you work, you know.
Right.
In the communities, life is much easier comparing to the cities, because in the communities, everybody know each other.
Right.
And you're not gonna dead for hungry. People help you, so you could go by a house and you sit down and you get something to eat. You could go to the edge of the water. You could beg a fish. You go ask for a cassava, or it's much easier. When you move to the city, life is much harder because you have to work and you don't know people, so you cannot go to people and ask them for stuff. You got to buy everything.
Right.
And that's how it is.
Do they make cassava in one of the Garifuna communities in Orinoco?
The cassava bread, yeah. We do the cassava bread.
Is there
Per Lagoon? No, not really.
Okay.
But in Orinoco and the different communities, the different Garifuna communities, we do make cassava bread.
Okay.
And in last year, we had a lady from Honduras who was teaching the other ladies from the communities to make the cassava bread, adding flavor to it. Because we only knew about making the cassava bread simple, simple. But she reached in and she started teaching them to do it with flavor. So they had chocolate flavor, they had strawberry flavor, they had with the garlic flavor and all of that. So it give a good taste to the cassava bread, yeah. So we do that. We sell that likewise for the Garifuna celebration, and a lot of people like it.
Wow, that's very interesting. You guys still keep that tradition. So there's Sylvia. My friend Silva from Guatemala, she's asking, do you know who Joseph Sambola is?
I do not know, but I heard about him. He is one of the founder of one of the Garifuna community here in Nicaragua. There were 2 brothers, John Sambola and Joseph Sambola. And Joseph Sambola, he founded the community of Lafe. And John Sambola was the founder of Orinoco, my community. He was my great-great-grandfather. It would be my great-grandfather, John Sambola. So I heard the history, yeah.
Okay, so Lafe was founded by John Sambola, you said?
Joseph Sambola.
Joseph Sambola. Because in Honduras, Sambola is Sambola.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay. And you have relatives in Honduras.
But it's the same thing. It's the same tie.
Now, your family...
Yeah, I do. Sambola and Sambola is the same tie. You know. I went there a year ago.
Wait.
And I met a professor.
Hold on a second.
In Trujillo.
Orinoco was founded by whom? What's the name of the Sambola that founded Orinoco?
John Sambola.
Okay, all right, I got it. Yeah, so tell us about your trip to Trujillo.
Yeah, I went for a youth encounter in San Antonio.
San Antonio, okay.
I was invited by Milton Harry.
Right.
I went there, I alone for the first time, but I went like, you know, if I've been there before. So I reached here in the night time. That was the party time, you know, because all the event was over. And that night, Aurelio was going to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I reached on the end. There is where I get to meet, I met Ruben Reyes in that event. Yeah, I met him there in San Antonio. So I spent the night in San Antonio and then I moved to Trujillo.
Mm-hmm.
But I was contacting this Sambola online. His name is El Profesor Evaristo Sambola. And we were talking and, you know, we share information. And he was like, whenever you come to Trujillo, visit me.
Right.
So from San Antonio, I was like all excited to go over to Trujillo. So Aurelio, he drove me over to Trujillo.
Okay.
And I went to Professor Evaristo home. And I was staying there. He hosted me for like 3 days with his family.
Okay.
I cook for them, rondon. I cook for them, and we all eat together as a family. You know, so we are relatives.
Yeah, somebody just pointed this out, that the Sambola, they're descendant of warriors, I believe, the Sambola. And that's a original Garifuna name. Like, there wasn't any name change to that. We don't see that name in St. Vincent, though, which takes me to Brother Caroline Harry, because Harry is a popular name in Honduras. And yes, Brother Caroline, there are a lot of Harrys in Honduras. There's a couple in Belize, I believe, but yes, we do have a lot of Harrys in Honduras. Michael, the celebration for Garifuna celebration in Bluefield, is it in Bluefield or is it just, you know, the Garifuna communities, they have a different event in different parts of, like, you know, La Fe, St. Vincent?
Every Garifuna community have their celebration during that time. We have a date for each one.
Okay.
And likewise in Bluefield, they celebrate the Garifuna event. Sometimes we we do the beauty pageant in Bluefields.
Right.
And sometimes in Orinoco. So Bluefields, they do have their part of celebration likewise. They have the sermon in Bluefields. They do plaque pole and all of those events. Families come together and they do exchange. Likewise in Bluefield, they do it.
Huh. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I'm trying to think.
We have a picnic. We have a picnic too. We have picnic yearly in different Garifuna community, where all the Garifuna community come to one community and do a big picnic. We eat together, we play traditional games and all of that. So
traditional
it's
games?
A really big event. We have an excursion. Yeah, we do have an excursion from Bluefield. There is a express that leave on the 19th of November in the morning, 4 o'clock from Bluefields. That took people all the way to Orinoco. So that's a big excursion every 19th morning.
Man, I definitely have to go in November. I want to experience, you know, all these Garifuna communities over there. How big are the population of these communities?
Not that big, you know, Duval. Not that big. In La Fe, mostly all the people migrate to Bluefields. So we have a few Garifuna people right now in La Fe. Brown Bank, the same. Right now, Orinoco is having the biggest population of the Garifuna people right now in Orinoco. Still yet there. A lot move likewise to Bluefields.
Right.
And this is all for education and work, for job.
Mm-hmm.
Education and for job. because in these little communities, mainly it's just primary school. In Orinoco, well, we have secondary school, you know, so the kids stay much longer in the community of Orinoco and Marshall Point, because the one from Marshall Point go to Orinoco to study high school. And from there, well, to move on to university, they have to go to Bluefields.
You mentioned that you play traditional games. Well, what exactly is the traditional game? Could you describe it for us?
I see one of my friends just post something here about the Kitty Alley.
Kitty Alley, what is it?
The Kitty Alley game is something like bowling. Something like bowling, just like how you do bowling.
Okay.
But this is with heavy materials.
Okay.
So out of woods. Yeah, the balls are out of woods, and it's like really heavy. Then you stick the sticks, like, you know, in bowling, how you have those little, you have to hit down the sticks. All right, this one is out of woods.
Okay.
We have the greasy pole. They put the grease on the pole, and you have to climb. And if you reach the top, you get the gift that is up there. And the flat pole, different color ribbons on the pole. You dance around the pole and you plait it, you know. As you dance, you dance in a farm where you could plait the pole. Those are the different, jumping in sack. You jump in sack, and race with egg in spoon, race stringing needle. You run stringing the needle. The first one get the prize. All those are our traditional games that we play down here.
Now, do you guys talk to me about the some of the customs that you still practice from the Garifuna side? Do you guys practice the good, the spirituality component? Like, what's the religion that you guys practice over there?
Well, the Dogo, we do that normally, Duval, and the other people who are listening or watching right now. Like, really, if we have a sick in the community, there is a sick for, like, they take bed for long. Then we get the bouye. The bouye get a dream from the ancestor, and the ancestor would, you know, talk to the bouye and tell the bouye that this person need to have a dugu, so that person could be healed, you know. That person could be healed, and that's how we do this ceremony. When we get the dream, or when the bouye get the dream from the ancestors to do it, we just don't do it just like that, you know. We just don't do it just like that, unless the ancestor asks for it. Then we do it.
Do the youth understand or embrace the Dugu religion? Do they understand it? What's their perspective on it? Is it something that they embrace, or something that they are forced to embrace, or?
Yeah, when I'm done. Yes. Well, to be honest, me personally, I really don't know how this setup work, but I do know who take big part in that is my older brother.
Okay.
You know, he is, all right, so we had some older people from Honduras who came over
a
couple of years ago, and they talk with him. They give him some type of bath because they said he was called to do the drumming. So he hit a special drum in that ceremony, you know. And if nobody's around, if he's not around, nobody cannot touch this drum.
Okay.
You know, so I think he play a very important role in this Dugu ceremony. We have the bouye, you know, we have the moment where we get the food for the ancestors, and we dance around the food and all of that. Then we bury the food for the ancestors.
Do you still?
You know, it's a sacred ceremony.
Do you still do a Bay Mahani and O Mahani?
All of that we do.
Okay.
But again, it is only when we have a sick. It's not something, you know, like always. Only when we have a real sick in the community, and the ancestor dream to the bouye to tell the bouye, hey, you need to have a ceremony for this person.
Okay.
You know, and then all the family would come together, and, well, it happens.
I'm happy that you guys still practice the spirituality. I mean, I find that to be very important in Nicaragua. So, Grega, Talk to me about Asociación AFROGARIFUNA Nicaragüense. What is it? What are the events that you do? I mean, what is the main idea behind the organization?
Well, the main idea behind Asociación AFROGARIFUNA Nicaragüense is to seek for the development of the Garifuna communities. When I say development, I refer to health, education, economical, likewise. You know, this organization been there for years now.
Who started it?
We do from this.
Who started the organization? At what year?
Well, they were a group of older people. Some of them died out, but no. So we have a few of them living. We had Miss Sarah Colindres. She was a teacher. She was in the first movement. You had my uncle Francisco Sambola. He was likewise in that. We have Victor Gonzalez, Frank Lopez. We had a few of them who started out this organization. Before it was called AAGANIC, and then it changed to AAGANIC. All right. So it's to see about the development for the Garifuna people here in Nicaragua. Yes, at times it's not easy. Well, we all know it's not easy, but you know what make it easier for us? It is the only Garifuna association here in Nicaragua.
Okay.
I know and I heard that in the other countries, you have 4 and 5 association or 6.
Right.
So it's kind of like, but here in Nicaragua, we have that. That's the only one we have for the Garifuna people.
Does the government support the organization historically? I have to ask that
Well, I
question.
have to say yes in a way. Do you have to ask me this thing? You're terrible, you know. Okay. Anyway, yes. I must say yes. Like when we come out and we ask for support, they do support us.
Right.
And I could say from my experience, well, right now we have a law. We have Garifuna people have a law, 866. If you go online, you can find that law. It gives us the right, you know, from the government, from the assembly. They give us the right to, in other words, to be who we are. You know, to be who we are. That's in general, a summary. So to have our celebration, to keep the language, to keep the dance, to keep the food and all of that. And for me, it's a great support because, again, in other countries where Garifuna people exist, government does not do that. You know, they do not do that. They don't give Garifuna people a law or a right. So we do have a law, 866. That's the law that came out when they had this big event on the Caribbean coast, and this law was approved by the Assembly. To tell you if we're using it correctly, well, I'm not sure about that. But I think if we come together as Garifuna people, make our plans and do things correctly, I think it would bring more benefit to our people. You know, it would bring more benefit to our people because there is a law. And when there is a law like that, we have backup. At least we could speak.
Right.
Now, mainly the only event we have as Garifuna people, the biggest event we have is the Garifuna celebration, which is November 19th. We should be doing more, you know, we should be doing more. And I am aware of that as the president of AAGANIC. I'm aware of that. But, you know, it takes a lot to do it. It takes all of us to make this thing a reality.
Because, you know, we already have
it's not about one person.
You know that we have a social...
You know, it's not about... Go ahead.
You know we have a... I didn't mean to cut you off, but I have to say this. We do have a socioeconomic model, a traditional Garifuna socioeconomic model that we preserved in Honduras, that we carried over from our experience at St. Vincent. I'm going to connect you to a couple of people so you could employ that model in Nicaragua. Because do you guys have communal land in Nicaragua? Is there like a designated plot issued to the people from La Fe, San Vicente, Orinoco, Marshall Point, Brownback, and Bluefields, so that you could use and you can't sell it to other people that's not Garifuna?
We do have communal land.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have communal land here in Nicaragua.
Now, you say this law 866, is that in the Constitution? Is it like a clause or
It
an
is in the
amendment?
Constitution.
Now, how are
It is in the Constitution.
I'm interested to see the Constitution. I'm interested to see how it's worded in the Constitution. Do they describe Garifuna people as Afro-Nicaraguense or Afro-Descendiente in the Constitution?
Just a minute, Duval. My phone is going to go dead. Just a minute. Let me plug in the charger.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Sure, no problem. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to try to answer some of you guys' questions. Yeah, we do need to do more, Caroline. It's a collective effort for us to do more. Shabe, they're trying to extinguish all of the tradition and our culture. How exactly are they trying to do that? Brother Dexter, how you doing? LM Roots, how you doing? Arnold, Tecatombra. Buen día, saludos, Christian Community. ¿Cómo está usted, Don Ron Díaz? Lisa Jade, how you doing? Kim Martinez, Berta Su, saludos. Yeah, well, Honduras, our situation is very interesting in Honduras because we have communal lands, but the actions of the government speak otherwise. There's a movement to exile us again from Honduras. I mean, so this is gonna be our third exile from St. Vincent. First one was from St. Vincent. The other one was from Roatán, and then the third one is gonna be from Honduras. That's the plan. There's a lawsuit that was filed by the government of Honduras that says that Garifuna people are not indigenous to Honduras, that we're Afro-Hondureños and Afro-Descendientes. And this goes back to the land issue that we've been having with the government. They want to build model cities that they call sedes, and they basically want to displace us on the heels of tourism, of the tourism industry. But that's Honduras. We're not talking about Honduras. That's another topic. We're going to focus on Nicaragua now. But yeah, Grega, I'm interested in seeing the Constitution of Nicaragua and how it describes you guys. Because you guys do not have autonomy. You're still part of the Nicaraguan society. And you're telling me that they give you guys grants and support to hold your events and so forth, which is a great thing because out of all the Central America,
it's not that we get grants, but if we write in requesting petition like we need to have this or we need to have that, the only organization that yearly have a money there for Garifuna event is Intur.
Right.
Intur normally have a money there yearly for Garifuna event. Okay, Intur and the Alcaldía in Puerto Lagoon, they have a money yearly there for Garifuna event. No, we write letters and we say, okay, we need support for this, we need support for that, we need support for, okay, and they would help us. It's not that a money is set down there for like, okay, Grega, you're gonna get couple $1,000, couple million. No, we send in a request saying that in the request. If we do not send it, then we don't get it. That's how it is. But according to this law, we should have a yearly plan. You know, we should have a yearly plan, and they have a group of people set apart for that. We should have a yearly plan, so whenever this event time for this event, or not only the event, but yearly. We do things throughout the year. Whenever this time, we should have a budget there. We should, all right? But as far as I know, that the yearly plan hasn't or haven't made us yet, should be made by a group of people, but so far it's not there as yet. Somebody's saying Garinagu, we're not no Afro. Okay, but when they refer, they say Afro descendiente. But yes, we know we're Garinagu. So in Tour Instituto, this is the tourism department. They have a money yearly for us.
Right.
You know, they have a money yearly for us. This year, what they helped us with was with the sound system, moving a sound system from the capital city to Orinoco. So that's what they help us with. That support us with that, and that was like almost $3,000. The sound system to move from the capital to Orinoco. So
I was having a conversation with Dr. Castillo last Thursday, and he mentioned that one of the reasons that the Garifuna community in St. Vincent became wealthy to the point that they were considered millionaires. I'm still trying to verify that. In St. Vincent is because they handled the production side of cassave, tobacco, and sugar. They traded that with the French over in the Francophone islands in the Lesser Antilles for arms to fight against the British. Now, how is there a lot of people that are in agriculture in the Garifuna communities? Do they plant their land and then sell the crops to like the open market? Is that a big movement in the Garifuna communities as far as agriculture is concerned? Like how exactly do they?
It's not a big thing.
Generate income.
We have a lot of people doing agriculture in the Garifuna communities, but again, the contact, having contact out there to export things is we do not have that. So the people plant and they will do selling at a local level in the communities. They sell like direct from the home to another home and like that. It's not that we export anything out there. But they do have land, they plant and everything. We have sugarcane, we have cassava, we have dasheen, we have pineapple and all that. But export, no, we do not. Well, we haven't started that as yet.
Okay.
But yeah, that is a good way to raise the economy in the Garifuna communities. I agree with that.
We in my community in Aguan, there's a group of ladies that make cassava and then they sell it to the open market. Like they take it to the cities like La Ceiba, maybe like San Pedro. They sell the cassava bread to the cities, well, in the cities. That's the way that they generate income from the culture. Because I think that if we have the land, we should find a way to generate income from the land that we have. But then the government should also help us with the means of production, like the machines. The machines
to I agree.
Cultivate the land and so forth. So that's something that we have to push for as a community. We have to go back to sustaining ourselves just like the way we were in St. Vincent. Now, is there diputado, or how is it the politics is arranged in Bluefields? Do you guys have a mayor, a congressman, a city council person? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I know you have some experience on the politics side too.
Duval, could you repeat for me, please? You were breaking out. I couldn't hear.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was asking, how is the political landscape like in Bluefields? Do you guys have a mayor, a city council person, a senator, congressman for that particular region that handles all everything that happens in from the political side in Bluefields?
Well, we do have Garifuna council member. We do have Garifuna council member representing us. I think we have right now what? Regional, at a regional level, we have two of them, two Garifuna ladies right now. Years ago, we had a Garifuna woman who was the governor, Ms. Bernadine Lopez. She was the governor in the Consejo Regional, in the House. And right now she's a council member, and we have Darcy Sambola, likewise, is a council member. So they are mainly who work towards the Garifuna development in that sense. They take whatever need to, well, the whole idea is to get things across in the communities as a council member, you know. The mayor, the current mayor right now, who will soon move from this position, he is a Garifuna man. He is the mayor in Pearl Lagoon.
What's his name? Okay.
Have other Garifuna council members.
Yeah, because our politics as Garifuna people has to be transformative and it has to be empowering. We need people to push for us, you know. In a way, it has to be radical because for when I can't really comment on Nicaragua, but I know in Honduras that we have a two national political party system, and then from there we have congressmen and then mayors in the different towns, and it's the same thing everywhere. I mean, they do the bare minimum for their people. For instance, we don't have clinics. Some Garifuna communities don't have running water. Some Garifuna communities still don't have electricity. Just like basic amenities, we still don't have. I did notice that the closer you get, if a Garifuna community is closer to a city center like San Pedro or La Ceiba, they do have those amenities. But we still have communities going back, like after Limon, Sangrelaya, Batalla, Siriboya. They don't even have, you know, those amenities like running water and electricity. How is it like in La Fe, San Vicente, Orinoco, Marshall Point, Brownback, and I know Bluefields has running water. I'm assuming electricity as well because it sounds like it's a city center. But as far as healthcare, how is the healthcare system over there? Is there a hospital or clinic, I mean, in the Garifuna communities?
Yeah, we do have clinic, small clinic in the Garifuna communities, and well, Brownbank and La Fe, they have electricity 24/7.
Right.
Orinoco, we do not have.
Right.
We do not have as yet electricity. We still have our light plant from the community itself, you know. But the other communities, they do have electricity.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And they have their small clinic. The clinic that La Fe has, it was donated by someone from that same community. Give the clinic to La Fe.
okay.
Yeah, they provided that little clinic for La Fe.
I want to read this comment by Fabricio. The best thing for all Garifuna people would be for all Garifuna in each country to be considered as one nation. Because Garifuna are in 3 countries, the issues Garifuna face would have to be addressed by the world. Which is a true statement. I can't disagree with it. What Fabricio is saying, he's referring to autonomy, meaning that we have our own land and we set up ourselves from a political and social standpoint based on our commonality. Like I was reading about the Guna people in Panama. They have their own Congress. They don't adhere to the laws of Panama. But from what I understand, that wasn't. I believe the Dr. Castillo said it was a peaceful transition of power for them to do that. Do you think that the Garifuna community would be better off if they had their own land separate from, well, their own laws separate from the overall Nicaraguan law?
I think it would be much better if we manage ourselves.
Right. Because we
It would
govern
be much
ourselves.
better because we have, you see the Garifuna. We're not talking in general here.
Hmm.
The black people here in Nicaragua and the Caribbean coast, we think different from the people here in the Pacific, you know? It's a different thing.
Hmm.
So the way we think and the needs of our people, we can see it because there is where we live, you know? We live into that environment. So we know what we want, we know what we need, and we know how to handle it. But if somebody else come and trying to do it for us, it's going to be a
Hmm.
little difficult because they would have to adapt into what's going on. But if we our own people handle what belongs to us, I think it would be much better.
Yeah, because
I think it would be much better.
that's been a conversation that's been, ongoing in the community for us to have autonomy in these nations that we live in. Um, that was a good point, Fabrizio. But we are in four countries: Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize. Really five, if you include St. Vincent, because there's several communities there that identify themselves as Carib or Garifuna. So we are really in five nations. That would be the end game for us, to be autonomous in all these different nations so we could govern ourselves. Because the way that things are going, we all have very similar issues in every nation. We have issues of inclusion and marginalization. Um, Nicaragua is the safest. You guys, there's not much going on there in terms of displacement. Now, Greigita, I think we lost her. She will come back on. So, Caroline, I'm going to read your comment. I think it does of us that have a lot of money need to help our people, and I'm willing to help. I need to go to Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize, and Guatemala. Yeah, that's what we need, Caroline. We need nation builders because technically that's what we are. The language connects us, and we have a cultural philosophy that binds us together as one community. And we need to get back to that. One of the things that I'm finding is that the more educated we are, it seems like the distant we become from the community. There's a certain exceptional people in the community that always come back. The Garifuna, Sylvia, the Garifuna living in the U.S. Do play a role. They do play a role in making this connection. As you know, there's a lot of things that hit the brothers and sisters here in the United States. So let me try to connect Gregor back. To the conversation. Shabe Gonzalez, is Angela Brown on Facebook? Read Shabe Gonzalez comment. I would recommend you to speak to Ms. Angela Brown from Bluefield. She is one of the founders of the creation of La Ley de la Autonomía. She is 70 years old and has a lot of information that you are looking for and should, and solid historic hard copies that could be helpful for a lot of us. That would be great. If you could suggest her as a friend to me, if she has a Facebook account, that would be great. I would love to speak with her. Okay, we're trying to connect Greigita again. Okay, she's trying to connect. Para los compañeros, estamos hablando con Greigita, Grega Sambola de Nicaragua, y la comunidad es Garifuna, las cosas que ellos pasan por allá, suena que nosotros pasamos la misma experiencia en todos los países donde estamos, en relevancia de cómo nos trata el gobierno, al par de los recursos. Y estamos hablando de la idea de autonomía, que si sería más mejor que el pueblo garífuna tenía su propio gobierno, con congreso, como la gente de Guna lo tiene en Panamá. Es una idea y nosotros lo estamos explorando ahorita como comunidad. Estoy tratando de conectarme con Grega otra vez. Ustedes pueden compartir la conversación. Sería bueno para ampliar el mensaje que nosotros estamos hablando aquí, de recordar nuestra cultura al lado de la espiritualidad o la religión. Yo creo que es muy importante. If you guys could share this conversation, that would be great on your timelines, because we definitely want other people to watch this conversation. Autonomy is something that we're currently exploring as a community, because the political climate does not evoke change for us in Honduras. Okay, Chabe Gonzalez, you could inbox me then. I'm still trying to connect Gregor on. For some reason. Okay, let me try to add her. Estoy tratando de conectar a Grega otra vez a la conversación. Saludos, Miss Clark. Ideia, Buitiguño. Marley Peralta. Buenas, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Buitiguño. Good evening. Yeah, I'm open to Skype. I'm not sure about the connection. I hope she has a good internet connection over there. Because I'm trying to connect with Grega and it's not allowing me to. Let me try to do a search for her. Deme un momento, compañeros, estoy tratando de conectarme con Grega otra vez. Está diciendo que ya la mandé una invitación. Debe mandarle un mensaje a ella. Yeah, there may be something going on. Yeah. Her phone may be dead. Okay. Good night, Melissa. Yeah, her phone probably is dead. Pero vamos a continuar la conversación con Grega otro tiempo. Yeah, I'm trying to accept, Grega. She says she's trying to send me, she just sent me a message that she's trying to send me a request. I'm doing a search on her and I don't see her. Secret societies? Fabrizio? No. Not that I know of, at least. If you know of any Garifuna secret societies, let me know. Saludos, Carlos. ¿Cómo está usted? Estamos hablando hoy con la hermana Garifuna de Nicaragua. Ella se llama Grega Sambola y nos está hablando de los problemas que le afectan a la comunidad Garifuna en Nicaragua. Y estamos tratando de conectar con ella otra vez. Parece que la conexión, yo veo que está tratando de conectar. Dice que ella tenía unos problemas con el teléfono de ella. Hello, Princess Sabio. How are you today? Buitiguño. Buenas noches. Okay, déjame tratar de conectar con Grega de otra manera. Saludos, don Celso Castro. ¿Y Dabogu? ¿Y tiene gato, bra? Jasmine Reyes, saludos. Emolo, how you doing, brother? Good evening. Roland Burris, good evening. Shirlitia, good evening. Let me go down the thread and see if I could connect that way. Hinaran Lisa J. Luti Wundaragun, Kei Garifun. Buleo ma logo balisi na ma Nicaragua ma o huliligati ma buleo me. Ai ga dume hiti Garifuna woge Luti Wunda wo Kei Garifun. How you doing, Trish? Alright, so let me try to send her another request. Let me cancel that. Brother Dexter. Alright, for some reason, it's not allowing me to send her a request. Okay, let's do a clear request. I'm sorry, guys. I hate when this happens. But this Facebook Live is not cooperating at the present moment. I'm trying to clear the request. It's not allowing me. Okay. And I don't want to drop this call or this existent live. Okay. All right, let me try one more time. Yeah, it's not allowing me to invite her. All right, I'm gonna disconnect and then come back on. Yeah, Merle, I'm trying to figure that out too. I know Grega had more things to say. Voy a desconectar y voy a reconectar otra vez.